All right, Crack 36. War Room. Okay, one more time. We had some disturbances of the force earlier. So here we go. It is like the 10th round. And there are my British orders. Beautiful iPhone picture camera. Two civilian goods. I think it's one guy, one artillery, and one tank. With 001 left over. No, I'm sorry. That's that's the British. Here's the Russians. We are in the yellow, so no rail, which sucks, and no port. Got to get those back if I can. I won't be able to do it for a while. And I bought 4 infantry and one armor. I was gonna buy just 2 civilian goods, but he can't take too much away from me this time, if I'm guessing correctly. And I may get one back. Yes. And then this is America. 1 civilian good, and 4 submarines and 1 cruiser and 1 artillery. So what do we got here? Okay, so we have waves. So you see here the northern route. This is the 91 of this game, people are saying. So we've got the 69th has already arrived. Here's the 43rd arriving, the 79th arriving after that, and the 50th arriving after that. So obviously they could come down this way, 103 to A6, and then just stack units in there until there's enough. That's a possibility, and I could try that. But right now, I spend so hard and push the Russians so hard that they ended up with not a lot left. So here we go. So we have, let's see. So we have the Americans traveling over, jumping in Urals, and then forming a wall. No, just comparatively speaking, we speak about stacks. So this is a stack, and look at that. He's got no waves, and his waves have to get past actually a ship of mine, 2 ships, a battleship and an aircraft carrier that have invaded the Sea of Japan. They are pinning his aircraft carrier. He probably will bring that battleship back to A1, P1, and then be able to move his troops into the sea. He's also going to have to bomb that and make sure he wins that battle, because until he has naval supremacy by 1 piece, he can't get those forces out of the water. So he's stuck. The island is stuck, and that's why I've actually started building a navy. And numbers are important in this regard, because that's going to have force advantage over the navy that's presently in this area. His navy right here, a big stack, is headed toward India to try to take out India. 5 stress. But in the meantime, he's put himself severely out of position for P1. And he's got lots of forces over there in Australia, 8 stack and a half, and some planes, because that's where he can purchase. He's got so much money, he's got to purchase over there. So if I can push into 69 and then here and then to R14, I can start bombing that factory so it has 0, bomb that factory so it has 0, and then bomb India if he takes it so it has 0, and he's still got to go back and pump troops out of Japan. So that means the naval strategy is highly effective. So it becomes a naval game at that point for the U.S. Here we have quite a bit of navy surrounding the island here, and A3, my linchpin point. And then here, he did just build a sub. So he, I think, is coming at me with these 2 sets of bombers. So I'm going to get out of here, skedaddle. Take the 32nd with me over to A3 so that I can protect Egypt from the encroaching Italians who took over most of the south here. He did also take over all of Australia. So what else is going on? So I am endangering Italy. I am endangering France, endangering Greater Germany, Poland, Ukraine, Belarus, and I own the Baltic states. He owns Norway. He purchased it back by 2 troops, but he's going to suffer some stress because he did that. Because I'm about to land the 71st there. The 82nd is going to Denmark. I would put into here, but I don't know. Maybe I will in the end, because I'm going last, and I could always cancel the order. The problem is, if you get it taken back, it's 6 stress. So do I really want to purchase one medal at the cost of 6 stress? I would definitely have to send the 50th down there to support it, and he would still be stranded by a turn. So I don't think it's worth it. And my Air Force is way out west, and it has to stay out there for a little bit until I defeat that stack. Now I've got a surprise attack coming. The 14th is going to cover the recovery of R13 from the Japanese by the 69th. The 16th is going to anticipate the possible move. I see here the only thing he can do to support right here and me not going directly to China is to bring that the Japanese 81st to C4. And that is in bombing range of the 16th. So I'm going to go last. Hopefully he moves to C4 and smoke that whole force. Then I'm going to hopefully land here after the 80th takes that. And then I'll be able to either help India or I'll be able to bomb India, depending. The 45th is getting out of Caucasus because the Middle East needs help right now. And that'll supply the retake force for India, if there is one, if there's need of one. Complicated moves. I've got to get the Great Britain a lot of medals this time. I need 5 so he can go back on the stress chart. If he can go back, then I can, it would just be better because I don't want to get into the supply lines disrupted down to 6 orders. Great Britain's got way too many units. He's going to lose 2 over in Malaya, and we're going to lose probably 1 in Sudan maybe, and 1 in either Nigeria, Cameroon. So it's possible 3, and if he got really lucky, perhaps Bombay. But I don't think he's going to get lucky because I've got 3 tanks, and then I've got a stack of blues, and I don't have force advantage, and I do have a bunch of aircraft. If he puts in the aircraft, I'm going to be really challenged because I'd love to take out that. If I can eliminate this air, even if I lost Bombay, it would be tough because I'd love to get rid of that air because I would really be, I've got 1, 2, 3 huge air stacks, and if I can get rid of that, I really have domination over the Asia. Now here, I'm pushing in, and I'm not going into Poland or Germany. The 27th is actually going to go to Belarus. And that's going to isolate and build up my forces so much that next turn I'm going to have Ukraine. 68th is going in here so he can get a medal. I'm going to eliminate the 90th is going in here so I can get a medal. And 34th is going here so he doesn't get a free medal. And then the 69th is going here, and the 43rd is going here. The 79th is going here. So we have a nice situation where we have some great possibilities of gaining medals and putting stress on Germany. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, if I just did the simple one, 4, 5 on Germany, and that is enough with currently he has 5, and he has 4 medals, or 3 medals. He only has 3 medals. So if I put 10 on him, he's going to lose 6 of those to advance and have 3 medals left over. I don't think he should be able to even gain 1 medal this turn. He would, if he goes first, try to gain Finland. But Great Britain is going first. And all I have to do is bid 1, and then Great Britain is going to pin him there. So Great Britain has to go first to pin him in Norway. Because he can't gain 2 medals. If I was him and I was trying to grab medals, I'd certainly grab Leningrad and Caucasus because they're the most weakly defended. And he's got a lot of air to do it, but I mean, Germany right now is surrounded. How can you do that if you lost 8? I mean, it's the game. As it is, pretty sure he has to put the 91st in there, which means I really could walk into France. There's just not a sustained. On the other hand, mass desertions, and all of a sudden I've got. I could take that actually. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going into France, but I'm going to go last. All right, I'm doing that. Forget the the Intimid. I can take 6. I'll just pay some. I can just pay some civilian goods. Pay my weight out of it. So the 82nd is going to G3. And I'm going to bid 2 to go last. All right, cool. Down here, the 60th, the 32nd is coming over here, and I'll have this Air Force to make sure that he doesn't take Egypt. It'll be tank versus tank. Very hard battle if we both go defensive. And he's got to get past these 6, so 6 dice to take out that. He goes defensive. You got to get really lucky, but who knows? I could. So I'm feeling pretty good about the game, enjoying it. It is cat and mouse. I have, as you see, I have wrote and rewrote the orders, and it's a bit of a mess, but it's fun, good times. Like I said, I think I was going to mention that if I can get here, I can bomb those things, bomb the factories, which I didn't see before, which is really cool. I'll just show you the he's in economic collapse. He gets no income as Germany, and I'm back here as Great Britain and Russia. But Russia really is not in danger of suffering too many stresses. Perhaps R10 would be the one. And this one right here, Yakut, that's 2 more. I think that's it for Russia and the danger that they face. So that would mean 3, and I've already got 4, so that means 7. So that would kick me up to back to lose 3 movements, which I was there before. I paid my way out of that. So I'm feeling really comfortable with the stress level we're all at and with the future of the game. All right, guys. Crack 36 at late game scenario scheming.